We are back, and I've left the room. I've taken a big, deep breath. I've gone, seen, we're back, we're positive. I hope that Mousesports have done the same, because they're going to need a full mental reset right now if they want to have any chance of taking on G2 on a map like Cache, one where the individual styles of Shox and Kenny S can really be felt. Now, boys, I don't know where to start from this, because Mousesports, we did see some glimpses of hope individually, but in terms of game plan-wise, there wasn't a lot there for them. Coming into this one, we really just need to get stuck into what can they do right and where can they get the ball rolling, because this team in the past has been able to use dual AWPers on this map very effectively to be, you know, play a mid-lockdown setup and have those AWPs on the extremities of the A and B bomb sites.
Well, we saw earlier this week against FaZe how G2 not getting a lot of action in the early parts of the round on the T side. And therefore, kind of going into decisions where they were pretty indecisive once they were pushing bomb sites. Yep. So if Mouse manages somehow to do that, they're not giving a lot of free entries for G2 in the early parts of the rounds. When they do run their defaults, we're going to be 100% sure they will. Then okay, just hold the bomb site, and you might get a crack at it.
Yeah, I think if anything, Mousesports just need to be more focused. You know, be aware of coming into a round, where are their strengths, right? When they play against the force buy, you have the guns, you have the range advantage. Don't allow yourself to go into close range fights or try to make it more difficult for G2 to close that range, close that gap. I think they were just a bit out of focus, in a sense that they were taking some unnecessary fights, and even when they had the advantage, they just didn't do a good enough job of actually exploiting it and taking it all the way.
Those are the stats right there for the first map, which we just saw on Cobblestone, and that had MBK and Body up the top of the scoreboard, and they are usually the bomb site anchors on a map like Cache for G2, which is a scary prospect, because if your bomb site anchors are hitting their shots, it's going to be very difficult to penetrate, even if you are picking off your Kenny S's, your Apex and Shox, who would like to be a little bit more sporadic, a little bit more aggressive on that CT side.
True, and also compared to that game we saw against FaZe on Cache from G2, you had to distinguish the fact that FaZe has some amazing individual players on their team. If Mousesports run the same style on their CT side, especially at this moment where they do feel a bit rusty, maybe from their trip to Gamescom, I don't think they're going to have as much success. I think Mousesports need to take initiative on their CT side, try to break the early default of G2 when they're spread around the map, and definitely look out for MBK on that A bomb site with a very, very late lurk.
Any fun facts?
I think he pretty much nailed it. No, I like taking an initiative in the sense that making sure you do those things together. That's the first thing. Something they were lacking on Cobblestone. Very too much individualistic in a lot of the things that happen. So that's a good starting point.
Also, Cache as a map, you have much more room to work with in terms of CT-sided aggression than you have on Cobble. It's very difficult to find those openings. Cache is probably, these two maps are probably on the opposite side of the spectrum when it comes to possibilities on the CT side. So even though Mousesports are maybe not as much on point individually, they can try at least and compensate for that with some team play and aggression team-wise.
I'm just going to quickly have a gander at the stats and see which maps Mousesports actually played earlier in the week. I'm a stats man. My memory, it's kind of fading. I'm trying to take Alpha Brain by Onnit to help with my memory and my focus. Apparently, it's snake oil.
It's all placebo.
Yeah, but I'm trying. And it's not helping because I don't remember these stats and I can't find the tab of where I had it. Does anyone remember what maps Mousesports played earlier in the week? I can look. You guys talk between yourselves. I'm going to click around a bit.
They played Mirage.
They did? Yes, they did.
Yeah, they did.
Train against FaZe.
Yeah. All right, boys, I got it. Hold up. Maybe HSTV.org is missing one, or they had a match that didn't get finished.
Against Godsend, that Cobblestone game wasn't finished.
That's true. They have only played Cache and Mirage. So at least they have won Cache against FaZe. So
there we go.
If we knew that, we could have referenced that by scissor, paper, rock.
FaZe beat G2, Mousesports beat FaZe, so Mousesports is going to demolish G2 here.
And that's the analysis. Imagine if we were ready to throw. That'd be the perfect time. But unfortunately, or fortunately,
some players are not on the server.
Well, I think that game finished a little bit early, right, due to the scoreline. So we probably do have a little bit of time while they're joining up, getting ready and raring to go. LMBT giving the guys a bit of slap on the back of the head and saying, "Wake up! We're not at Gamescom playing over challenge
aren't they
anymore."
Supposed to start straight after?
They're not supposed to do anything. I think scheduled times are is what they try and stick to. But it's very nice when they do want to start a little bit earlier for the viewers, because viewers love Counter-Strike. And speaking of Counter-Strike,
the last official for both teams before DreamHack Masters Melbourne.
Okay, cool. I'm excited. We're going there. I'm going there on Monday.
And you're going Mama today?
Maybe.
How long do you say, Raj?
Give me anything more.
That's I'm going to secret what's going on here.
Chad, you need to work on that.
It's all good.
Back timing
Yeah,
a bit better.
I'm really struggling with it. You guys didn't say anything. You gave me an awkward silence. Anyway, rumor has it Harry likes pineapple on his pizza. Henry, can you please find out for us?
I can neither confirm nor deny. Harry, do you like pineapple on your pizza?
I think it's actually probably my favourite.
Really?
I'll be brutally honest. I used to hate it. I used to hate anyone who even, you know, like presented the idea to me. I used to have a profound hatred for them, and then I tried it, and now I'm converted.
I actually kind of like it. I think
it's really good.
I don't know what the big fuss is about. If you don't like it, just don't have it. Like,
it's not
why
like
do you
we're putting
care
like
if anyone else has it?
Yeah, it's not like we're putting like sweets on the pizza or something like that. That would be disgusting. Like,
either way, pineapple or not, we do have a cracking match here. G2 and Mousesports on cash. I feel like Mousesports can do better on this one, Harry, considering that they've got the heavy fraggers, right? It's easier map to play. Everyone knows how to play cash, and you can just base it on spawns. You can do some very basic executions. We know the likes of Sunny, Chris J, Oscar. This is a map that can really come to life. So G2, definitely a hard-hitting team as well, looking better today, but I feel like it should be a more competitive game at least.
yeah, you know, I don't think there's any denying that. I think Oscar was looking fairly good in the last match as well, and that's going to bode well for them heading into this. It's a very AWP-centric map, and he could definitely go blow for blow with Kenny, I think, in that regard, and that's going to help them out. I think we just need, you know, kind of Sunny and Rops to step up, really. I mean, you know, we saw a couple of signs of life in from Rops. Sunny didn't really do too much to amaze me, apart from in that pistol round in the second half, if you recall, with the Swift 3K. If we could see a bit more of that from Sunny, then that would be fantastic.
Well, they'll be Sunny on the T side for now. It's going to be a Deagle for Oscar. We do see the Deagle quite often on cash. That's going towards B storage. We'll see whether Oscar can get anything done with that weapon. There's a close shot, but gives away that he's got it, and at this point, he might not get anything done. Goes in for a little bit more here. Not going to have the body armor to go with it, so still quite vulnerable here. Looking for headshots only, but at CT, they have one-tap potential as well.
Yeah, Body is actually playing towards Truck. They are going to lose Oscar, but the rest of Mousesports have been afforded the A-bomb, so they're going to go charging in and take that one all day long. It will be a 5v4 in the retake. They have the Incendiary up on Chris J, so they can play this one a bit more passive. Use the Molotov to deny any semblance of a defuse. Body going to smoke off A main as the retake comes on in. Bomb isn't planted for it. The Molotov going to go out early as they rush onto the side. The avenue gets shut down over towards Forklift, but MBK and Kenny, they've opened things up. That smoke going to cause them problems now as players come pushing through, and MBK finishes things off. The defuse will come in, and that retake strategy works out flawlessly for G2, who only lose shocks in that whole 5v4.
Textbook Counter-Strike there from G2. It was Oscar trying to bait some sort of presence over towards the B side of the map. He wanted to get that 1D. If he gets it, then rushes in towards B, maybe does some damage there. He pulls the rotation from A. But G2, they find that first shot, and then it's a retake procedure. As you saw, Apex and Body holding towards the A side, allowing them to go towards the side. That was fine. Smoking towards A main and going in together as a four-man pack. They waited till everyone was there and just hit absolutely every shot. Nothing Mousesports could do about it. But they did get the bomb down, Harry, so there'll be AKs out in the third. This is the full eco. They get the bomb down here. They're in a great position. MBK maybe a little bit overzealous here. I'm not a big fan of his position. Trying to spray them down, but they're getting ever closer. He finds one, make it two. I'm sure he gets dropped at this point. There it is. Sunny finds him eventually, but it's going to be a couple of frags going in favor of Mousesports here, and that's fine. They know they've got AKs coming out into the next round, running through the flames, trying to recover M4s. I believe they don't get it. It was the M4A4, remember, that MBK had. They do not have that into round number 3 here, so that's at least cost them some money here. AKs coming out. Mousesports, and they have a decent chance to win this round. They have 5 AKs, head armor, of course, smokes and molotovs, flashbangs to go with it. It's a good chance they can win this round, but a fly in the ointment. Kenny S with the AWP. I've always said I think this is one of his absolute best maps. I think he's completely nuts on it. It's a very versatile map, very dynamic for AWPers. So many different positions. A main, squeaky, middle, B storage. Like, there's so many points of access for the AWPer to open things up, and MBK, he's not messing around either, is he? Aggressive towards B, pushing through the smoke. Takes down Rops, 5 on 4, job done. They can fall back into the crossfires now.
Yeah, Shocks is boosted up here as well out in the A-bomb site. Not going to be checked as Oscar falls as the bomb drop. They get visual on it. Some damage done to Body. Over through Squeaky. Sticker going to be firing shots down range, but they know where the bomb is. They've rotated 3 players around accordingly, and Sunny's desperately trying to go back and pick it up. Shocks over in MBK. Well, Kenny starts to push up over on Forklift. Just going to be holding the angle here. Down in mid, Chris J has started to work his way out, but he has to check sandbags as Apex currently resides there. He'll go down as it's just a orchestrated defense coming in from G2. One by one, they chip away at Mousesports, and now Stico's the last man left. 1v5. It's not looking good. Bomb control going fully the way of G2. He is just going to look to try and save.
Yeah, wasn't really that exciting, was it? I thought with the AKs coming out, they had a real chance there. But G2, knowing that that round before had cost them a little bit, given with the M4, having the UMPs there, aggressive towards B storage, and like I said, getting that first frag, taking down Robs, that was everything. They got the 5 and 4, funneled them towards A, and then the show really began. Apex, Kenny S, Shoxy all chiming in for frags there, and Apex will get his second of the round. A clean sweep for G2, and presumably this has to be the eco now for the international side. $2,400 pretty much across the board. They were already on the previous, and of course they do have a third safe loss bonus, so that does make a lot of sense overall. Deagles here. PG-50s, a few smokes. Objective, get the bomb down. I would say they're going towards A for a basic execution here. Smoke towards the highway, towards the bomb site itself. Maybe something towards the middle. This is looking quite creative. Right from T-spawn, the smokes are deployed. Be very quick to get in here. I like this a lot.
Body spraying on in, able to find the first. They are chipping away, but they're going to be allowed to get the bomb across unless Body and Kenny keep annihilating this push, which they will. Oscar's all that remains is Kenny. He's going to double down. Body finishes this one off with a swift 3K. G2, they're going to go 4 up. Nothing really being presented right now by Mouse. They're going to be able to bite out into this one. Oscar, I'm curious to see if we might see the glass cannon AWP come out.
I doubt it, but oh, there it is. He's going, but he's got a decent spawn towards B as well, so maybe we should jump on board with Oscar and see if he can open things up. We'll have a look as to whether he can cause any damage here as we enter round number 5. Running straight towards B storage. Here he comes. Not going to find anything just yet, but we'll see whether he can... Oh, that nade. That's the problem with no armor, Harry. Those HE grenades, they do a lot more damage. I did barely went near him. He's down to 66, but I feel like he hits this shot. He does indeed. Takes out Apex, but Kenny S still chiming in with shots here. And Oscar, just the man possessed. He opens up the B-bomb side by himself, and now a real chance to get that bomb down. But it's all the way towards T-spawn right now. It's going to be a little while before it gets his way there. Still, the man advantage for Mousesports here.
Shark's just going to go strolling on in like he owns the bomb site, which he does right now. Pivots round, goes in for a third. But already he's turned this round on his head as everyone inside of B falls. Chris J and Sunny, that's all that remains for Mousesports, and they're going to go charging up here towards A. Kenny. Quick. Around the corner, finds that. Chris J goes down, and now Sunny's the last man left in the 1v2. Does pick up Kenny. He's still got Shocks left to contend with. He's going to be wrapping around through mid. Looking to try and come in for the backstab. Sunny still has 45 seconds left. Could actually try ducking round to B, and that looks like what he's going to do. That's read perfectly. Anticipates Shock's going to be on the flank. Makes the decision to go to B, and that is a lengthy rotate now for Shoxy in this 1v1.
He's got time, though. The fact is, Sunny will be planting right about now. It's in the open, but Shoxy coming from B storage here. That could be where Sunny's heading, but it's not. He goes towards CT spawn here. So Sunny, he's in a perfect position here with the utility to work with as well. Up against Shoxy, though. The king of the clutches. I would say Shoxy just walked in and full defuses this. That could be quite the play, because most players would anticipate if I touch this, they're not going to play such an open plant. I have to bait him out first. I reckon Shoxy just goes for it.
Let's see, taps it. He's going to try and play the long game here. Sunny up in heaven, in the perfect spot to shut this down, and Shocks will fall. That's Mousesports in with their first. I think the AWP there was the catalyst of that one. Oscar looked fantastic on it on the previous map, and I think no matter what the cost, they should look to try and keep him on one.
Not going to be the case, though. I don't think it was recovered. So Shoxy with a valiant attempt there to make that round work in their favour. He does keep, however, Mousesports very modest. Look at that buy. Scouts, UMPs, and a couple of AKs. This is like reset town for sure. He got double orbs on the CT side. Mousesports, I don't see a way they can win this round unless they just go absolutely wild with one of these AK-47s. They will be boosting one player up, and Sunny might be aware of this. Yeah, he definitely is. I don't think that was the right play there from G2, not in this particular round. You have no idea what kind of buy they've got. I feel like you just want to be holding on with those double orbs, and I just felt as soon as they went for that Sunny was going to take that kill.
So since then, Body's actually started to fall back. He looked like he nearly got caught out up on the boost. MBK, man on the AWP, as you said, they're trying to switch around where this double AWP is going. It seems to be swapping between MBK and Shocks right now, but perhaps going to MBK a little bit more. So he holds over there towards B. Has to be careful because Rops does lie in wait. The bomb starting to rotate round. Going to look to now try and join up with the rest of Mouse over on B. The crisscross smokes go down in middle. Kenny, though, in the meantime, takes aggression up through A main, finds Oscar. That's the 4-on-4 secured. Now Sports try going down into B, but MBK, he's the man standing in their way. Takes a second. The trade will come in down in CT. It's going to be Apex, but he's not left standing much longer. Flash does hit its mark, delays the push in, but Sunny already getting that bomb down. 2v2. He waits within the site. Rops down in checkers. The lengthy flank coming in from Body. Rops positioned perfectly to try and snuff him out. Kenny in CT throws that flash in for Body. Body capitalizes, and then it all falls onto Sunny. The latest addition to this Mousesports squad. 1v2, peeks out to Kenny, then goes in for more. Stuck between them both, finds the first. Gonna go back out, and Sunny's gonna do it. 1v2. He clutches it out, saves the AWP forward. Fantastic stuff from him. Look at this display of marksmanship.
Yeah, that's really nice from Sunny there. Good adjustment as well, well read. It felt like Mousesports had that round tied up as soon as it came down to the 2-on-2 situation. I'm surprised he didn't anticipate Body coming from B storage, but still, Sunny delivers, and that's why he's been picked up by this Mousesports team from Penta. He was always considered a very good player, but I think recently he has become a world-class talent. As we enter round number 7, it is going to be a forced buy from GT. The money's starting to be whittled away with Oscar with the first frag. Takes down Shoxy. 5-on-4. Hard work done at this point. Don't have to overcommit. That was the problem on Cobblestone. Getting his opening advantage and then just rushing in towards a bomb site here. Need to bide their time, run down the clock, bait out the CT utility, and don't run into the AWP of Kenny S.
Yeah, I got a man down in Squeaky. Sunny waiting over here in main. Steeko going to open up the door there, so they get that information that there is a man down in Squeaky. You see Rob starting to rotate back from B. Does suggest that it's going to be the A play. Throw out the smokes. It's going to go ahead and force Body back into quad. Kenny's rotated up through highway. Going to stuck Apex over on truck. Kenny's going to be here very, very quickly, but the Molotov holds him back. He peeks out into it, finds the first. That's the equalizer. Mystico up into the site, going to fall to Apex as the rotate's starting to fan on through. Oscar takes one more, but Body in return. And Oscar, he's looking like a bit of a machine up on top of the site, but he is going to fall as Apex gets to the trade. Rops left 1v3. He will fall short, and Apex steps up massively in that defense.
He goes absolutely wild there. Apex, very good display of form. Caught out in the open in the previous round, but this time he's much better there, holding them off and denying the plant as well. 2 rounds in a row for Mousesports. Gets them on the board, but they will be reset now and forced into a bye. Deagles, Tech-9s, and the Scout once again. They head towards B, looking like a split for now. Probably some smokes coming in towards middle, I'd imagine, as they try to open things up. But it's Oscar once again. How does he hit absolutely everything? Takes 2 players down towards B, and once more, he opens up that B bomb site single-handedly.
Yeah, he's looked unreal, and that is the bomb to go down over on B. Oscar's got himself a bit of an upgrade here as he goes hunting over in middle. They have to be careful. Shox is very weary about this idea. And now up in heaven, that nade finds a bit of damage out on the Body.
I think they save.
Yeah, it's already looking like G2 starting to save this one. Falling away. All opened up on the back of one man who's now got the AWP in hand, and that's going to make him an even deadlier beast.
Oscar Sports doing a good job there towards B. That's unbelievable, the Scout as well. He upgrades the AWP. Very happy with that one. He outduels the world's best AWP player with a Scout. And gets 2 kills as well. Both headshots, of course. That's not too bad at all. Well, I'm sure we'll have a replay of that particular play because that was nuts. Mousesports needed a lifeline there. They had 4 Deagles, a Scout, and a rush towards B. I guess a dream as well, which became G2's nightmare because they went for the challenge at the start. Wrecked, of course. And we'll see whether we can take a look at that. I'm not sure we have it, but regardless. Oh, we do. Here we go. First shot. Lovely stuff. Oh, it's just beautiful, isn't it? MBK. Wrecked. Round over. We do save some weaponry for G2, but Mousesports back into this one now. That stabilizes their economy. They'll have the AWP as well, like I said, picked up in the previous round. I'm sure there's a weapon down from Chris J. Looks like it might be a Scout. I can see him looking towards it. Let me just check that out. It is a Scout. You know what? He used to be considered one of the world's best Scout players before the nerf. Trying to roll back the years, perhaps. Tactical timeout for G2 as they work out their approach into round number 9. They do have Famus's AKs M4s. MBK with the final buy here will be down to the Deagle. The unpause comes through. And a chance now for Mousesports to shut down the G2 economy and potentially put them on an eco here. They haven't been able to do that as of yet.
Yeah, this round here decides whether or not Mousesports can find that equalizer, can find the 5-5 scoreline. Sunny pushing up over here into A main, has to listen out, so they're going to go aggressive up through Squeaky. Now Stiko's positioned perfectly to shut this down. He's going to be lying in wait, already rotating background with the bomb. It's going to be Chris J. Shots rain in, it's going to keep the boys trapped down in Squeaky, and Stiko, he doesn't want to take the peek in. They have the information as to where these two guys are. He's waiting to see if they force the issue. Either way, they're stuck into one of the guns of these Mousesports players. Body just going to be holding the angle. It's a bit of a stalemate over here in secret. In Squeaky, sorry. And well, no one does prevail. They're going to be flashed on out, allowed to cross back into the site of Mousesports. What do they do on the back of this? They're going to be boosting players up over in middle. It's Oscar on the AWP to peek over. Body and Kenny actually going to take the aggression up through main as they go charging on in. Oscar doesn't hear this either, so they could potentially catch Mousesports off guard here. Crisscross smokes go down over in middle. Rest of the guys start their reign of terror in towards B, and MBK lies in wait with the Deeg. He has to step up massively here. Has support from the man within the site, but he's going to fall at the first hurdle, and now Apex has to rely on his teammates to rotate on through. Has to buy time for that to happen. Already a player up in heaven. One in CT. It's him and Kenny start to dismantle this push. One by one. Bullets rain on through. Player trapped on headshot.
wow.
It is going to be Chris J, but he falls. Sunny takes two back in return. And suddenly, the two star players from Mousesports, Oscar and Sunny, they're the ones left to try and win this out. Kenny and Body up for G2. Start to make their way on in. Picking up, Body gets spotted, down goes Kenny. Body has to try and pull this off, spots him out over on headshot, knows there's one within the site, takes the spray, but Sunny finds it as he gets himself the triple. Mousesports will take themselves a fourth round there. Fantastic stuff.
Absolutely right, with the line of Sunny and Oscar being the star players so far for Mousesports. Another clutch goes in their favor. It was looking decent there for G2, getting back into the round, finding some exchanges, some refrags coming through towards the B side, but it wasn't enough. And Mousesports, finally, they're showing some form. We're seeing those big names turn up. Oscar with some tremendous rounds. Sunny, even better with those clutches. It's going to be a full eco now for the French side, and Sunny has got the Mac 10. They're going to cause some chaos towards the A side of the map here. He's happy to throw himself into the side as well, even giving that Mac 10 away. Not a huge deal. He runs to a stack and give the information to his teammates, but it will be Stiko. His second frag of the game. Been quiet so far, but that's nice. Takes down Body. 5 on 4. No need to overcommit, boys. Just hold back. Wait for the reactions here. Nice angle there from Stiko. Might find the kill with that nade. Oh, not quite. Millimeters out.
Shox is not looking too healthy though. Has to be careful. There we go. He will finally be picked up. Boost is Apex close left. They haven't checked it yet, so there you go.
Hello.
Kenny. Don't know how they didn't see that. Walked right by him. That's the knife. So that could facilitate the AWP by looking to the future. He's also got himself a Mac 10 to try and make that much more money. As Kenny just blends right in with the wall. Now down in mid, running into the waiting gun is going to be Apex. MBK on his lonesome, 1v4. Doesn't fancy his odds too much with the USP, but he's actually able to take one, goes back out for more, he's doing damage, keeps the modest. Stiko does manage to get the trade. Mousesports, they're going to go blow for blow and actually reach that 5-5 scoreline. All is equal. But the knife frag means that Kenny can get that AWP when armor behind it. Look at this, drops down from the heavens.
It's not bad, is it? Gets some money, helps him have $1,500 extra. And he'll have the AWP. 5-5 are all tied up here, but Mousesports back into this with some heroics from Sunny and Oscar. And in terms of the team play, that hasn't really been on point, but the individual performances, they certainly have. Sunny with the fast boost towards middle now. And those are players towards sandbags. Potentially, he'll be flash banged out, and that's Shoxy in a world of trouble there. Just runs out the corner, and he has to challenge. Sunny takes him down with Body with the refrag. Not done here just yet. G2 aren't going down by a fight. MBK finding that form once again. Aggressive towards B storage. Takes another frag down here. Body hungry for frags, but it doesn't look like he'll connect the shots just yet.
Smokes himself off. Sunny and Chris J, they're the two players left as Sunny doubles down over a mid. He's going to be 3 in total. Kenny and MBK, the 2 star players for G2. They're the ones that are left up. And Kenny takes the peek out, finds that first frag. Chris J, the last man left, tries to go for the trade. Kenny misses the shot, and Chris J turns this into a one-on-one. MBK down in mid, and Chris J clearing out all these angles, starts to make its way up towards A. MBK is rotating on in up through main, though, and this could be perfect here from the lone Frenchman. Chris J. Gonna go for the bomb plant. MBK hears that. He's positioned perfectly to shut this down. Chris J has to be wary. He has to be prepared. And he's got no information as to where MBK is, but he lands the shot anyway. Chris J steps on up, and that's Mousesports to take the lead.
That's lovely from Chris J. And Mousesports once again, Harry, winning another 1v1 situation. G2 just can't catch a break in that regard. They were up 4-0, but Mousesports finding some great individual form here. I think we have another tactical timeout from G2. Indeed, we do. Just to explain kind of general rules set here for the online Counter-Strike in terms of compared to LAN. You know, we have like a timer. You have about 5 minutes of pauses you're allowed to use for tactical and technical. So at this point, you're just allowed to pause out and out, allow Smith to chime in properly. He's the coach of G2, of course, and it looks like they have to take another eco here. Mousesports bouncing back, looking to split the series. You're just joining us. Mousesports completely wrecked on Cobblestone, doing things up here today in the last day of the first week of Pro League. But for now, they're bouncing back. He's out of cash, looking good. Not really a force buyer from G2 this time. They do get some upgraded pistols, that's about it. PT-50s, Deagles, a few smokes and flashbangs, but no armor.
Yeah, you know, you said that Mousesports are bouncing back, but really it's the Sonny and Oscar show right now. I mean, they're the two that are actually putting in a lot of the effort here. Chris J starting to step up in that last round as well, as we saw, but G2 have got no money left into this round. There's going to be Shocks with his trusty Deeg over here on the boost, ready to peek on over. I think that's actually Body that's boosting him. Sonny's ready to go out, wants to try and get this party started, just jumping across, baiting those shots out from middle, getting the information as to where Kenny is. Smokes it off. And if he goes out now with the Mac-10, there is just a tower of Frenchmen here for him to mow down with the Mac-10.
Yeah, he would love that opportunity. But for now, the tower falls down. The smoke is deployed, buys him some time. Mousesports will be finished out towards A here. Just trying to find that opening pick. I'm sure Chris J will find it there as he takes down Body. It's going to be the 5-on-4. And this is better. Not all in here. They force a rotation. Look at the minimap right now. You can see them all running towards the A side. That's G2. Well, on the other side of the map, Mousesports are going towards B. It's a game of hide and seek right now. Cat and mouse, whatever you want to call it. As they run in towards the B side. G2 seem to be aware at this point, but are finding some frags here. Couple for Apex and MBK. Still not done with this round just yet. Apex certainly isn't, as he takes down one more. Trying to find the third. If he gets this, we might have a chance. Now another 1v1. It's up to Robs this time, up against Shoxy, one of the world's best players. He's a young boy, 17 years old from Estonia. We'll see if he can step up here.
Shock's going to be holding the angle with the D. Grops goes walking out, and Shock's going to find it. They clutch it out 1v1. And G2, they had no business securing this round, but somehow they do on the back of the heroics of Apex in the site, and then Shocks to win it out in the 1v1. The second Apex got that third, this became so interesting. He overstayed his welcome so much there, and was just such a pest. They couldn't deal with him. I didn't even see him getting that third frag. That was actually unreal.
That's kind of sick. I love that. Apex with that PT-50 and Shoxy. Lovely stuff there to finish things off with the Desert Eagle, of course, tied things up. This game has been very entertaining, Harry. We've had lots of clutches here. The majority going towards Mousesports, but G2 finally gets some luck there and managed to close things out. Double AWP set up for them this time. As you said, MBK seems to be the secondary AWPer at the moment for G2, taking over that role from Shoxy. Of course, Kenny S primary. Haven't seen him go absolutely bananas as of yet. He's on 12 frags and 9 deaths, but there's the first frag, just as I call him out. He manages to get the opening frag. It's been Oscar who's been leading the charge in terms of the AWP battles.
Oh, but Kenny gets caught off guard from the aggression on Chris J. Actually, Body wasn't watching that. The Molotov going to miss, and that makes things a bit hot for his teammates there. Body shuts down the first. The trade going to come in from Chris J, who's been on point and getting these trades. Keeps you peeking out. Going to fall prey to Shocks, who is fully flashed, but still able to mash on heads. Now Stiko and Rops, the two that have been underperforming here for Mousesports, trying to win this one out in the 2v3. Stiko crosses out into the side. Rob's going to move on in to join him. Apex going on this lengthy flank once again, this time going to turn his attention over towards Squeaky. MBK on the AWP waiting down in mid. Can't do much till Shocks tries to open this up for him. Time ticking away. They have to try and move quickly now. Shox can't connect anything. MBK's moving up through Highway. Apex could be the thing that enables this retake. And down goes Stika. Rops finds the first. He has to step up massively here. Couldn't do it last time in the 1v1, and he can't do it in the 1v3. NBK finishes him off. A team ace reigns in for G2. And that will be them to secure a 7th round on the board.
Yes, Kenny has to open things up there, finding a few shots, and MBK showing some form with the AWP as well towards the end. Mousesports finish towards the ace side, but cannot win out the round. Double orb save for G2 as we go to round number 14, the closing sectors of the first half here. Money, it might well be in the bin here for Mousesports, but they have been winning out with these pistols. No scout to go with them this time, unfortunately. Oscar is down to the P250, looking to get the AWP in round number 15 here. So this is almost certainly going to be the half victory for G2. After going up 4-0, he had some very interesting rounds here, but good flashbang there from Kenny. Can't land the shot just yet. Falls back towards the forklift. Not ideal with the AWP, that's why we'll fall back. And here we go, Harry. The opening shot from Sunny might have something to work with this round.
Shox tries to step on up, takes the first, make that 2. Shoxy out with the dig. He's dropped the bomb. Going to go back out for more damage being done. He goes in for the 3rd, but Sunny, the great denier. MBK flips back round, and Chris J left in the 1v2. This round was explosive from Mousesports, and it has to have an explosive finish from Chris J if they want to pick it up. They didn't invest much into it. They've done a lot of damage. The plant going to come in. It's not quite on an angle that MBK can spot. The flank from Apex. He's been the man in the back line every single round. Smoke goes down. Apex starts to round the corner. Has to check this. And Chris J going to play this one up close. Playing it on the site. Apex sneaking on by. Hasn't spotted anything. MBK's fast on the trigger. And G2, they will get themselves an 8th. Staying composed in a scenario like that is something that some teams fall apart in, but not G2, as MBK slams down the gauntlet and picks up that 8th.
Sunny with 2 opening frags there. Got a little bit hairy for the G2 side, but Shoxy holding true to form there, finds a kill required, and they went out in the 2 versus 1 situation. But still, bomb goes down for Mousesports, and they find some frags as well, and it gives them a real good chance to win out this final round as well. And kind of get things to 8-7. That's the objective right now. Oscar back on the AWP. A nice healthy buy here for the international side. 4 AKs, all the utility they could dream of. And of course, that sniper rifle, Sunny, looking like he'll be boosted up here by Oscar. Not in the AWP out just yet, but Sunny has been pretty lights out. The AK-47 takes Shoxy down to 24 points of health.
Getting out of re-Molotov off the vents. Nice, any boost in from B. Shox makes the decision to rotate up to Heaven, anticipating that this could indeed be a B play, and that's on the back of this information from Kenny. Pushed all the way up through Squeaky. Doesn't spot anyone as he does so. You can see there's still players waiting down in mid. Sunny and Chris J, who could potentially peek up through Highway and initiate this A play. And that's why mid is so strong on this map. It enables you to head through all these different avenues. They could even try and blitz through CT if they'd want. Body. Checks middle, doesn't spot anything. They're going to turn their attention now to events. That's the B play confirmed right now for Mousesports as they stack on up outside. Apex up on the rafters is in a great spot to try and be the catalyst here for G2 and shut down this take. Finds the first, going to go in for more, make that 2, looks for the 3rd, but Oscar does manage to get the trade. It's MBK to peek on out from the site with the AWP, takes a 2nd, and Oscar, the last man left, tries to be the great redeemer here for Mousesports in the 1v3. Players up in vents, takes the peek in, finds some damage, but Body will pick things up. G2, they're going to finish off this half 9-6.
Good effort there from Mousesports, I have to say. It looked like that game was going to be similar scenes to what we saw on Cobblestone. Going down 4-0, but bringing it back with some great individual performances from Oscar and Sunny especially. We'll take a quick break. I'm sure this game has a few more twists and turns yet. right, welcome back. It's G2 versus Mousesports after getting wrecked on the first map. Mousesports seem like they're fighting back here. They're still down 9-6, Harry, but I still feel like getting this pistol, the way they're playing right now, especially from Oscar and Sunny, they still have a chance here to split the series.
Yeah, I mean, Oscar and Sunny, they've looked phenomenal. In particular, Sunny's been opening up things with the AK time and time again. Oscar's looked phenomenal when they can get him on that AWP. I think that's going to be the thing that makes or breaks this CT side, Henry. Are they going to have the economy to support the AWP on Oscar?
The odds from Betway there, you can see it will be G2. The heavy favourites here will be a bit of an upset if Mousesports can take a map away from them. It's round number 1, and Unsilenced USP for Oscar. We'll see if that works out for him. He's using that earlier in the week as well. A lot of players do like to experiment from time to time. Never seen it work out tremendously well, but here we go. A chance to find the first shot. Completely taken down. That's Oscar from the squeaky door.
Yeah, Sunny must be shaking his boots a bit here. He's lost his one teammate within the A-bomb site that he had to depend on. And the rest of the guys, they're still making human pyramids down on B. Desperately relying on some support as they boost 2 up into vents. Gonna start to wrap round. G2 still just holding passively here. They've got a man up on the boost to try and break through mid at a moment's notice once this bomb and the rest of the guys start to come through. Smoke rains in. And now Sunny over on quad has to step up massively. Players on all corners. He finds the first, takes the peek on out, but Kenny will silence him. It's into the 3-on-3 we go. And now the rest of the guys from Mousesports that were down on B are going to start to just blister into the site. No holds barred. The smokes do keep them at bay for the time being, but Chris J lands an impressive shot out onto MBK, continues peeking on in, and it's Tico to eliminate Kenny within the site. Apex, he'll fall shortly after. Mousesports, they mop that site up. They will be able to get themselves the defuse here with plenty of time left. Fantastic stuff in that retake, and that's going to be them winning out the pistol in the second half.
But the bomb does go down. G2, we've always discussed that the team likes to force buy. They do like to flirt the idea of going for that second round force buy after getting the bomb and the pistol. Doesn't look like that'll be coming up. Oh, it is. Just like building it up. I didn't think they would, but they're going for it. Here we go. AK-47. That's in the hands of Shoxy. Deagles are out, CZ, they were just working out how to distribute the wealth. It looks like a straight up rush B as well. Shoxy trying to find the opening kill. Can't do it just yet, but now the CTs will be scared. They don't have the firepower to take him down here. Smokes deployed. They're trying to hold them at bay. Can they find the first shot? I'm not sure they can. Chris J with that PG-50 takes one down, and somehow he's finding kills here. Headshots all over the place, and it looks like a Mousesports advantage, but they're not done just yet. It's down to Shoxy, and somehow they hold off the rush. It seemed like it was a perfect approach there from G2. Shoxy with the AK and the decent spawn. If he takes one of those players down, it could have gone horribly wrong there for the Mousesports side. But now G2 have to take the pull. How does Chris J survive for so long in this position?
Yeah, look at that. I mean, that was phenomenal. He managed to take 2 and then do a boatload of damage on the rest. And now G2, they've got no money left. They're going to be buying out a couple of pistols on the guys that can afford it. Shox has himself the Deeg. That round was an utter slaughter. It was a chance as well for Chris J to make some money. He didn't invest anything, and still hasn't. Boosting up Sunny now. Over here on the Shroud boost. Bomb rotating over to the rest of the guys over at B, but Chris J, he's taking it aggressive already. He's looking to try and be the problem once again.
Yeah, just that PG-50 in hand, knows he's up against unarmored opponents. He can afford to be a little more audacious, if you will, considering that he's got nothing to lose, really. It's a lovely position as well. It's not like you check this one, or maybe, okay, we do. Drops the bomb, though, and now a chance for Chris J to find a couple more frags. Only gets one, but that's information gathered. Like I said, doesn't give away anything there. So that's fine. They have the advantage for now. Rob's down to 21 points of health, but they know where the bomb is. They're not going to be pushing A, but MBK somehow made it out past Sunny. How's that happening? Sunny's there.
Yeah, and
Sunny's boosted.
I thought maybe he was letting him go, but MBK just walked straight past him.
This could be something.
He legit has no idea, but then the rest of the guys... Oh no, MBK spotted him.
Can't take that shot. It's so difficult to get this kill. Needs to wait till he's standing completely still here.
MBK's checking the wind, making sure everything's perfect. He's miscalculated. It's all gone wrong. Sunny peeks up, finds that frag, now turns his attention out towards A main, gets one, and Oscar trades. That's the mow down to come on in. Real shame there for MBK. You're saying it was a tricky one to do with the PT-50.
Time was ticking away, and he knew he had to take the shot eventually. So if he hits the first dink, he probably gets the kill. He lined it up. It looked like it should be connecting, but PT-50 at that range, maybe not every single time. It's 9-9. Difficult rounds for G2 there. Definitely some hope as MBK sneaks out the squeaky door. He'll do that a lot on Cash. Watch out for it. That seems to be his new role on this map, trying to sneak out and get the backstabs coming in. For now, though, it's a gun round. No AWP available for G2, but Oscar, actually Chris J, will be AWPing for the CT side here. Aggressive towards B storage, trying to find the first pick. No love lost here as he gets it. Will be flashed off by the looks of things, but it's a smoke. He turns his back, and there's the flashbang. Surely a frag coming in here for Body, but pulls out the flashbang here. I think they go down. It looks like he's had the advantage. Drops, there it is. Double frag coming in, and he takes the advantage for Mousesports.
Juggling the guns around. Rop's going to be the one to pick up the AWP. Now, this is an interesting sight as he moves on to it. They are going to drop out MBK. Kenny and Apex, they're the two that are left, and sneaking up through highway is going to be Kenny. Apex lurking up in A main. Kenny about to rub shoulders here with Chris J down in mid, and Chris J wins that out. Now it is just Apex left. 1v3. They know where he is. He's going to go pushing on out. Nearly catches the man on the site unaware. That's Stiko, but now he's got the crossfire coming on in from Truck. He finds himself with his back against the wall, and Rops lays down the gauntlet. That is going to be Mousesports to go up 10-9, taking the lead in this matchup on Cash. And with no money left for G2, it's going to be a little bit tricky for them to do anything immediately. Should have enough to force buy down.
Well, they've lost the first 4 rounds. Partial buy here. They'll have maximum loss bonus into the next one. PT50 CZ's a deagle for MBK. No armor for him, though. And it's Chris J still in the arm, not giving it over to Oscar just yet. Chris J confident to AWP over on this B side of the map. Trying to find the first pick, but it might be Sticker to do so. Decent damage done. HG comes through, hits 2 of them, but Chris J goes down. He might give up the AWP here. It's down to Robs to defend. Very skilled player. It's the first shot, denies the AWP towards Kenny S.'s hands.
They're going to be close to him now. Rops just playing it around the site, playing it perfectly. It all falls onto Apex, and Mousesports mop this one up. It's going to be 11-9 in their favor. Money aplenty now for G2 means they can buy down. AWP up for Kenny. The rest of the guys able to invest in rifles across the board to get full utility up behind it, so they're going to have a fairly decent time of things heading into this round. When you look across the pond over at Mouse, you can see the AWP on Chris J. Interestingly enough, they switched it up for Cash. He's AWPing on the CT side. Oscar was it on the T side, but clearly, having a preference to the rifles right now.
11-9. This is an interesting angle from Chris. Don't see that every day. The AWP going for that main entrance pick. Kenny S through the smoke, having none of that nonsense. He takes down Sticko and finds him the opening they so desperately needed. Haven't posted a round yet in the second half. It's currently 5-0 in favour of Mousesports. 9 overall. 5-on-4 now. Chris J trying to get the pick back in return. Pushing close towards middle again. Does he boost up Sunny? Or does he go up with the AWP? That would be a strange one. Okay, so it's Sunny that goes up. Like I say, sending the AWP up there doesn't really make sense to me. Leave Sunny in that position, though. He can listen to the communication from his teammates and his sound cues and try and get the pick, backstab them. But as we just saw there, Apex ready for it. But Oscar, he finds that first kill, and Sunny somehow comes out on top of that interaction as well. It's just back and forth there. 3-on-3 as Kenny S takes down Oscar.
Yeah, and on the back of that pick, they might try going out fast on towards A, but instead they made a decision to start to pull back and most likely going to rekindle their love with MBK over here towards the B-bomb site as he lies in wait. Sunny's still boosted, and he could potentially shut this whole thing down. He's got so much information from this position. Peeks up, and that's Sunny to hit the deck. Kenny to hit the deck. Sorry, Sunny picks that up, and that's the man advice taken here for Mousesports. MBK flashes over to try and dispatch of this man in mid, but you can't stop the sun. As Rops, in the meantime, going to drop out the man over towards B, and that will be Mousesports to go up 12-9.
Sunny's on 26 frags and 14 depth right now. He is playing like a man possessed. This is nuts. The fact they lost that first pick as well, the reaction came through, get him boosted. He gets the first pick somehow, even though they're waiting for him, and then stays up there as well. They had no idea that could be a possibility. 26 and 14. Oh my God. He's completely wrecking them right now. Maximum loss bonus, no bomb though. 4 AKs, a Galil, no nades, and it's going to be Rops pushing through the flashbang as well. 1 kills here, hungry for frags, but send packing for now. The smoke will help him out, but it's going to be Sticko taking down Apex there. 5-4 once again. Opening picks aplenty here for the Mousesports side. Robs finds another, and Body gives himself up there. pushing through the smoke by himself, had no backup. We want to be using the buddy system here, boys. 5 on 3. CDs can fall back now.
Shox trying to refrag. They're going to be walking out for him. Does manage to find one.
There was no need for Chris J. Yeah, gives up 2
even
frags.
less from Robs.
Well then, Sunny does get a frag in return, but they had the 5 on 3, is my point. But that's much nicer. They know where Shox is now, and the bomb's down towards middle. They don't know it's there, as far as I'm aware. Shoxy, 3 kills to find. If there was a player to step up, he would be the man.
Yeah, Shox is a man with some history behind him. He's going to look to try and make his way out through mid. Slowly but surely pushing on out. There's 2 players up towards A. Oscar taking the aggression in through Squeaky. Stako waiting out over in heaven right now. Sunny's actually fallen on back onto Trug. Shox going to start to sneak through Z. Peeking into CT. There's the crossfire set up here. He has to watch out because Sunny's holding this from Trug, and Sunny lands the shot. Mousesports only go 13-9 up. 2 away from taking this to match point now. Sunny 29-14. This is an amazing performance from him. Just a stellar player, I think, looking to the future here within this Mousesports lineup. He has revitalized it, I think.
Yeah, he proved himself at the minors, the major qualifiers, and the major itself, and now a platform now to work with, a Mousesports project, and it seems like it's working out very nicely for him. He seems to be coming to his own time and time again. But another force by him. Not a fan of this. No bombs going down for G2. It's weak. 1 AK, 3 Galils in the first pick. Once again going in favor of Sunny, but Body does respond. It was aggressive play towards A main. 4 on 4. In terms of utility, we have 2 smokes and flashbangs to work with on the T side here. Shoxy has got mid control and full HP as well. Chris J with that AWP once again. He comes towards middle, but I feel like he could be taken down. He needs to be very careful. Shox encroaches towards white box, and what a shot that is. Takes down Sticko. Could find the double frag, but Chris J too hot on the trigger. Takes him down.
Yeah, still waiting over here at the A-bomb site. It's going to be MBK. Sneaks on out once again, and this time it's Oscar to bite the dust. 2-on-2, equalizer found. Has to watch out because Chris J sneaking up through highway. Robs is rotating into middle as well, but I think Body spotted him. Has an idea as to what's going on, and is going to try and get the drop on this man. Robs holding the angle. Starts to rotate back around now out towards A, and MBK, he snuck all the way by. They're not ready for this whatsoever. Holding the cross here is going to be Chris J, and that's a nail in the coffin.
Not
and
the final
MBK,
one.
No, he's looking to try and come back from the dead here. He's sneaking on up top of E-box, takes the peek over. Chris J's got no idea, finds the first, has to be careful. Robs peeks out and trades, and that's Mousesports to get themselves a 14th round.
No bomb again. MVK, I thought he'd done enough there. Wonderful play. How does he make it out squeaky door, Harry? Every single time, undetected. We saw this earlier in the week as well. And I think it was against FaZe, perhaps, he was doing it. And sometimes he was completely disjointed from his team and was losing them rounds, but sometimes just perfect timings and being a real nuisance there. Another force buy. They do find frags, so they can get AKs, UMPs, but no bomb means they are limited in utility once again. Mousesports 1 round away, and it's going to be the first frag once more for Oscar, but the refrag coming in, and this is a problem for G2. Keep force buying all the time. You're never going to be able to deploy the tactics, but right now they do have the advantage here. Body finds another frag, and he takes down Chris J. They'll go towards the B site potentially here. The bomb's still down the middle. They have that advantage, and Apex now has the AWP. Not known to be an AWPer, but Kenny S is down, so he'll take up the responsibility for now. Walks in towards the B site, looking for that boost there. Doesn't find anything just yet. Still have plenty of time here. G2 don't have to overcommit. Just trying to find one more pick.
Yeah, now Mouse, they have Sticko waiting down in CT. He can very quickly rotate between either one of these sites. And G2, they've got MBK waiting in middle. Starting to peek on out. Apex trying to clear the B-bomb site. Rob's just lying in wait. Everyone from Mousesports playing this perfectly, but G2 in the same boat. That Molotov burns Rob's out. They hear it connect, and he's been tagged down to a measly 5 HP. They are going to lose a man up on A. That was Sunny to go down, and now it's just Sticko and Rob's left. 2v4. Decision to save should be called in this round. And that will be G2 to get themselves a 10th. They finally get a bomb plant, Henry, which I know is going to make you a happy man indeed.
Yeah, it was a round as well. They didn't really have much to work with, right? They had Galils, AKs. Got that first pick, though. This has been relentless aggression from Mousesports here. G2 finally cottoning onto it. and they find the equal exchange once more, but then Shoxy with 2 kills, Body chiming in as well. They do have the advantage, and it does look like indeed we'll be saving these M4s. Here's the charts for you. Sunny with 30 kills. Plenty of money to work with here. And seems like Robson and Sticko will be saving their weaponry, but Sticko could be hunted towards CD spawn right now. Shoxy suddenly investigating towards this area. He might be found as well. There it is. Sticko goes down. Rob's now trying to save the M4. 5 HP. He probably will survive. Got a smoke to work with here. And there it is. Okay, so we could go with double AWP setup here. We want to. Oscar hasn't picked up the AWP yet in the second half. It's all been Chris J in that regard. They've got plenty of money here. There's the first AWP and the second as well. So it will be a double AWP setup. That's what I wanted to see, but it goes in the hands of Sticko for now. Presumably he throws it over towards Oscar. There it is. Win this round is pretty much game over for G2. They won't really have much left to work with, but there's always hope. Round 10. G2 definitely need this one.
Now they've got 3 players over here towards B. Chris J wants to try and peek on in, and Apex getting around the smoke, catches him completely unaware. Rops could drop down from vent to try and trade. He doesn't want to commit once he goes in. That would be it. The commitment made. Finds the equalizer on a shocks him in. It does a fantastic job of ducking out of danger. Now, rotate coming in from Oscar. Going to be lengthy as he comes on in from behind. Equal 4-on-4 in the retake with a bomb. Acting almost like a 5th man here. Hits the advantage slightly in favor of G2. Oscar sneaking in from behind, has to be careful because close to his right it's going to be Kenny, who now emerges from the woodwork, claims that man advantage for G2. And the call to save comes in at Mousesports. Just going to go ahead and take an honourable retreat out of this round. G2 going to get themselves an 11th, forging this comeback, Henry.
Yeah, it looks like it's possible now. Apex feeling brave, pushing through the smoke in B storage, finds that first pick. It was Robs with a nice frag there towards middle, turning around in the vent and taking down Shoxy. I thought that might have been a chance, but it's KDS, AWP in hand once again, finds the key frag. CT's have to fall back. They take down Sticko once more, and there it is, another round for G2. Definitely getting back into this one. Money's starting to be more stable for them. They're whittling down the coppers of Mousesports as well. So Mousesports probably have one more buy available, considering they saved 2 weapons here. The AWP comes out once again, but this will be it. Money now stable, at least for G2. They can afford to at least allow Mousesports to get to match point. We'll have enough to buy back into it. So a lifeline, at least, as we come to the end of this second map here. Mousesports desperate to split the series, but G2 doing everything they can to deny that.
Gonna go ahead and boost on up once again. Sticking Sunny up there, have to be careful. And last time this boost came in, it didn't really work out for Mousesports. They won the round, but Sunny just completely let MBK walk out through Squeaky. This time, not going to try and relive those same mistakes. Meanwhile, down here in mid, Rops is boosted up in Vent's perfect position to try and counteract Kenny S and Shoxy as they try to grab control of middle. Can also jump back through to help out Oscar inside the B-bomb site. Molotov goes into Vents. It's going to force Robs back, sends him packing, and now Sticko down in mid to try and step up. Doesn't spot anyone just yet. Takes the peek, and that is going to be Apex to hit the deck as a result. Flashing through, Rops reboosted. They think the vent going to be clear. Finds the first, goes back for more, lands the dink onto Shoxy, who is tagged low. And Oscar finding more damage across the map. As now Shox and MBK, they're the 2 that remain for G2. Mousesports primed and ready to take themselves a 15th round. Shox and MBK, all that stand in their way, sneaking up towards a main Sunny position perfectly to shut this down.
Shoxy seems aware, though, this boost could be a possibility. Get this kill. Now we have a round on our hands, but Chris J, he says no. Now it's down to Shoxy, 10 HP. Bomb in the back of his body as well, but does he have anything to work with here? Apparently not. Sticko finds the final shot, and there it is. Match point for Mousesports. They might be able to do this, but as I mentioned before, G2 have established himself. Sure, it's going to take 4 rounds in a row, but they can still do this. They still have plenty of money to work with here. It's not like they've got to dig deep with the pistols. They can still bring out a full buy here. AWP, AK-47s, utility aplenty. Can he have some no head armor? That is a bit of an issue against these M4s, but as I've said before, I consider this one of his best maps. He's got a decent mid-spawn going for that pick. Doesn't find anything just yet. Smoked out for now. Robs going to get aggressive here once again.
G2 hanging on by a thread. They want to try and keep themselves in this. Not allow Mousesports to split the series. MBK up towards Squeaky. Makes some noise, gets their attention. Oscar just walks into the stream of bullets because he can't bear life any longer. Tanked down at 36 HP now. Not looking too healthy. Chris J. And Rob's lying wait over towards B. Body just holding the angle, while in the meantime, Apex allowed to sneak all the way out through mid. Sunny gets his sweet revenge though on MBK. In through Squeaky Door in the meantime. Sticko rotated into Z. Could be the difference maker. Here's the smokes and flashes raiding on in. Prepared to peek on out, but he has got the man holding the angle in the form of Shoxy. Kenny finds one in the second. The Shox peeks away. Sticko gets himself the trade. Gonna go back in for a little bit more. Spots the man out down in middle. Sunny still holding out on the A bomb site, waiting, and Apex spots the barrel. Good night, Sunny, unless he whiffs, which he will. And now things get dicey. Apex does manage to recover there. Players pushing up through CT. Apex has to be wary of that. The bomb rotating round. And Apex trying to keep these guys at truck at bay. Takes the peek out, lines up the first. The trade going to come in from Sticko. Keeps us in a 2-on-2.
They go towards A, though. They're trying to bait out. They went towards the B side, but bomb will be planted momentarily. Are the CTs aware? Is that going to be on the A side? Chris J in the vent. Sticko towards heaven. It's not looking too good. Now the penny drops. What have GT got left to hold them off? Molotovs, flashbangs, 2-on-2. Match point. Mousesports win this round. It's over. They split the series. If not, G2 reset Mousesports, and it could be overtime.
Yeah, now they have a Molotov here for Forklift, or alternatively one for Quad. Body tries to take the peek on out. Going to go ahead and flash over, just keeping Mouse away. Body lands up the spray, and that'll be him and Shox. They win out the 2v2. They keep the dream alive for G2 as they're going to go 12-15. They also do significant damage to the economy of Mousesports, who are now left in a bit of an awkward situation, Henry.
They are for sure. That's a huge reset now. The money's not completely broken, though. They don't have to force into this round. I say just take the eco here, buy up into the next round. They could even take another eco to the next. We'll see what happens. We'll go into round number 13 here. G2 making a strong case. This could go to overtime. I would say it probably does at this point from what I've seen so far. The last 3 rounds have been very one-sided. It's going to be Kenny S and Apex straight out towards middle as well. They know the money's completely wrecked for the CT side. Stick together, refrag anyone else towards middle. Once you have middle as well, it's a bit of a gateway to the map. You can go towards B through vents, obviously. You can split A through highway, or you can go through CD spawn and try and find frags. So for now, it's looking like it'll end up towards B, potentially considering bomb and body are still towards mid, but Apex and Kenny S have got control of the A side, so they'll probably maybe swing things over there. Kenny S finding shots with the AK-47, but only one so far. Sellers, and some things coming in there. A lot of damage inflicted towards body.
Amiko to pick up that one on the sticker. They keep the aggression going over towards truck. It's Apex this time to try his luck, and he's going to fare much better than Kenny did. MBK finishes off down in middle, and that will be G2 in with their 13th. The buy can come in now for Mouse. Rob's going to be looking a little bit limited in comparison to the rest of the gang, as I imagine we see him field the UMP here. It's going to have a nice bit of utility up behind it. There should be kits as well in play. Up on Sticko and Rops. The AWP up for Oscar. He's very limited, though, in terms of his utility.
Number 14. Running through the flames is Shoxy, but undetected for now. Sticko spots him blind, but MBK the first frag, make it a double. How has he done that? It's towards the squeaky door. The cities went aggressive and they're shut down. That was their big idea. They knew they were low on money there and utility in general. Trying to get that first pick, but Apex and MBK splitting the A side now. They do say no. They deny the push, and that should be round over. I think the cities have to save here. They'll be falling back, and I have to say it's looking very likely to be overtime at this point.
Yeah, I think Maz, they need to take themselves a pause at this point. Now have some time to try and figure out what exactly is going wrong. That time it just comes down to MBK opening that up brilliantly, somehow taking 2 over from Squeaky. They're desperately trying to save, but they're just going to get hounded here by G2, and that makes perfect sense. They've got money to spare. They know that any damage they do is worth it to weight in gold, because when we look at the economy of Mouse, they've got nothing left.
5 on 3. CT's just trying to save it. You're absolutely right, but Robs, he farms $1,200 there, but it's all for naught. He will go down eventually, and so will Sticko. I think all 3 might meet their demise, but Chris J does stay alive just about. He's going to be hunted down here. There it is. Body knows he's low HP with the Glock. Oh, it's a nightmare. They have to buy into this round now. Didn't save anything. Here's the replay of MBK, ready and waiting as they push the squeaky door. Match pause. You did say they had to bring that out here. Why not work out how they can distribute this little wealth they have? $3.5K for Robs, and then everyone else below $3,000. It's looking very unlikely they'll convert this round to a victory, but you never know, it is CSGO. UMPs and pistols can be very powerful indeed, especially the way Sunny's playing. 31 kills for him. In terms of rounds, it's now G2 picking up 5 of the last 6. After what seemed like a very one-sided affair, we actually had 8 rounds in a row to kick off the second half, Harry, for the Mousesports side. Looking like they were just going to completely run over G2, but a resurgence here. Looking much better now. Kenny has 22 frags. MBK, Apex, similar story as well, 24, 23 respectively. Final buy comes through. Chris J and the Scout. Famous for Robs, 3 UMPs, 1 defuse kill.
Apex making his way over here towards B. Tries to catch him off guard early on, and Sunny. Oh, he's going to eat that nade. He's already tagged down at 25 HP. The pop flash rains in. Doesn't transpire to anything for Robs. Sunny's already looking so low at this point. G2 should consider maybe taking up basketball as well with the damage they've done. This round is pivotal here. And that's the way you want to start it. They're stacked up outside of B, ready to push on in. 3 players here for Mouse with 1 up in heaven. The flash rains through and fully blinds him. Down goes Sunny. Rob's able to get the trade. Kenny chimes in with 1 more, and Apex up close on the site. Dispatches of Robs. It's Chris J and Oscar. 2v4. G2 in overtime knocking at their door. Up in vents, the nade does miss its mark, and a push on round. That's going to lead to 1 at least. As Oscar tries to make this possible. Damage done onto Kenny. Chris J in with the Scout. Lands that first shot. Somehow they've pulled this back into a 2-on-2. We are going to lose Oscar. It all falls on it. Chris J lands that out with the Scout. Going in with the next, but nobody will deny it. We're going to go to overtime, Henry. This is our first overtime here in the first week. Fantastic stuff.
Yeah, G2 coming back admirably there. I didn't think they had a chance whatsoever after going down 8-0. Seems like they were done for. But now I would say they probably have the advantage in many ways because they've come back, they've done the impossible and managed to win 6 out of the last 7 rounds and put it all back. Looking very strong indeed. And there it is. Mousesports, we gutted at that one. They were desperate to split the series. They were looking so great. Here's the frag feed right now. Sunny with 31 kills. Rops 24. Chris J with 19 there as well. Decent performance from him. 100 ADR for Sunny, but it wasn't quite enough. Apex, MBK, Kenny S, everyone stepping on the GT side towards the end there. We'll get straight into it. I do see 16K. Is that correct? It looks like he will be. They'll be getting into this one. And I have to mention as well, we do have new overtime rules this season. If you win in overtime now, it's only worth 2 points. And it's not the same. You don't get the clean 3 points, which makes things a lot easier for the end of this season, you know, when we have some very difficult mathematics to do. Any overtime games do help us kind of differentiate between. And it's 1 point for the loser as well. So overtime losses is not all for naught. It kind of counts in something. You get 1 point from it.
It's like an almost win.
Yeah.
But here we go. MBK somehow finds 2. He's just a king. He is the king of squeaky. This man, you cannot try and push him. He will shut you down. And now he's going to go in for a little bit more. Chris J, you've not heeded the warning, my friend. NBK still remains here. He's going to go ahead and take all 3. There you go. MBK solidifies his role. And Sticko is the last man left. 1v5. G2 looking good heading into the first round of overtime.
Yeah, they call him the natural born killer for a very good reason. Fantastic work. He has been amazing the last week or so. And there's the 4th frag as well. Picking up the AWP, shutting them down, and why they go aggressive towards Squeaky Door again, I'm not sure. They got completely wrecked before, but this time, MBK, let's just enjoy this for a second. He holds up defensively to start. They walk right into his crosshair, and he uses that ledge as well to perfection. They can't believe it. It's a very difficult angle to pre-fire to CTs. Nice awareness from MBK. That could be a possibility. But still plenty of money here for Mousesports. Double orbs coming out once again. Does whittle down the economy, but they should be fine as we head into this one. Kenny S on the AWP, of course. Big round there for G2. Really set the tone for overtime here. You're right. It's the first time we've seen it here in Pro League so far. And another triumphant play here from Chris J as he pushes towards B Storage. Takes 2 down. The AWPers really have been delivering so far in Cash. Been some fantastic work from the likes of Oscar and now Chris J as well. And they have the 5-on-3.
But they've still got one thing that Mouse clearly aren't that prepared for. And that's MBK over in Squeaky in his favourite position now on this T side, lying in wait. Oscar Over by the boost, back at the side. He's just going to stroll on out into the bullets and doesn't go down somehow. Continues the aggression on in. It's Shoxy to open things up. And MBK isolates the man over on Highway. It's going to be a 3v3. Chris J's rotating in with the orb, but Sticko goes down. The peak from Apex prevails. That's the man advantage up for the Frenchman here. And now Chris J and Robs, they're the two men left to try and clutch this out. Chris J already in with 2 massive frags. Robs trying to find the equalizer. Can't connect anything over from Truck. So instead we're going to see the AWPer. Oh, Mouse try and turn this around. Robs going to be presented with that frag. Turns it into the 2-on-2, but that nade rains on in. Shoxy finishes, and that's G2 17-5 up.
2 rounds
there you
in a
go.
row. Yep, you got there in the end. It's fine.
They're hard.
Well, Chris J, heartbreaking moment from there. It gets 2 opening frags. You think that's the round done. The reply comes through from Mousesports, but G2 and Co towards that A side. Coming out once again, it's Shoxy and MBK finding shots. Apex up towards Heaven takes another tremendous one towards the Highway position. And we go into the final round here, overtime. It's 2-0 right now. 16k means that we still have buys across the board, which is, I guess, what we want to see. And in overtime, it's the test of the gun rounds and who's the very best in those particular scenarios. Don't want it to be a battle of economy here. Round 3. Body this time with the AWP. Is he trying to wallbang people? Is that what he's doing? He's in T-spawn right now. Can't do that wallbang anymore, just a note for anyone playing at home. Don't try that. Oh, okay. Throws the AWP away. Don't want to give that to Kenny S? Has he just like thrown it away and then realised, can I get that AWP? Yeah, I kind of threw it out the map.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is, even though they kind of went back, like, you know, hoping it was still going to be there. But Body being like an angsty teenager just completely destroys everything. And now he's going to try and make up for that by causing some destruction in towards the B bomb site. Charges on in. Hasn't found anything yet. The flash going to keep him at bay. That allows Robs to come in with a double peek and then finds both. So he's succeeded. Sonny going to double down with 2 more, and it's all on Apex. 1v4 has the bomb in hand. But this plan has gone south. Apex going to get himself a second before the trade rains in from Sticko. And that's a 16-17 half. G2, they will be emerging victorious at the end of that first one.
Yeah, weird last round there in the first half. I'm not sure why Kenneth doesn't have the AWP, and Body throws it out the map, and then they're running around with Molotovs in their hand and get wrecked by a nice little flash there from Mousesports towards B storage. Great play from Robs, but just a weird round from G2 in general, where still they have the 2-1 lead here after having an 8-0 start in the second half. They are back and just need 1 round to drop. 2 will do it here in the second half to win. There's some replays for you. So it's a replay of the AWP being thrown away, is it? Yeah, I like that. That's pretty good. It's just weird that getting it to the AK, you just throw that AWP away and you just limit your options. Why hide the AWP? It's overtime with 16k. The CTs have definitely got AWPs themselves.
I think they had an AWP down in the spawn for him to go back and pick up. So I think it was a spare AWP that they didn't need. The Body was just trying to look sly about. But
okay.
Apex, he's going to be picking it up right now for G2, which they are just switching this up every single time, it seems like. He's going to be holding close. Over here at B, actually starts to take some aggression. That flash forces him back, doesn't lead to much for either side. And there you go, the AWP thrown back over to MBK. Some normality comes in.
Somewhat. As we go towards B, it's a fast, assertive play from Mousesports. MBK hits the first shot, but Oscar swift to reply. So's Chris J as well. Man advantage now for the international squad. Bomb not planted just yet. Low HP as well for Oscar, but still, it's going to be Body with the backstab. He's finding Robs, who is holding the flanks. 2 players coming from B storage now as we equalize the situation. Down to a 3-on-3. Orbs in the hands of Kenny S, of course. Flashbangs coming through. Oscar, like we said, low. He's going to be towards checkers. Molotov landing on his feet as well. Has to fall back. And it's Kenny S coming in from CT spawn.
Pop flash rains in, doesn't quite connect with Body. Can he able to find the first? But Oscar somehow turns this back around. Oscar looks phenomenal as he manages to take 4. You can just see when someone's hit that zone, you know, when they're about to do something huge, and the second he flicks out and takes those first 2, you know that Oscar's onto something mad.
You can just see him flicking back and forth. I thought he was done for here. I thought Body definitely takes him down. Of course, it's a headshot to finish things off as well. 17-17, we're all tied up now. Just for anyone who's not aware, it's the top of your scoreboard. The first one to 19, they win. If it goes to 18-18, then we do it all over again, and everything's reset. Number 2. resurgence there. Oscar been quiet the last few rounds, but managing to go absolutely nuts there to win it single-handedly with 3 AWP kills. Body and Shoxy looking to boost once again. Remember, it was Sunny that sprayed them down before. Have they learned their lesson? Seems that they're absolutely fine this time. Oh, making noise there. That's a bit of a problem. Body, misstep, but I don't think anyone heard him. I think he's okay.
Yeah, luckily enough for them, actually, Sticko's the only man who's remotely nearby, and he's over in Squeaky. I don't think he was pushed far enough forward. So, yeah, that error could have cost them dearly there, Henry, but Sticko was close enough to hear it. So now Mousesports, they've picked this bomb up and started to rotate round over here to A. Pulling everyone round to try and do it. Probably going to boost the guy up over in mid. Looks like that is going to be 2 riflers going up, boosted by Oscar. Chris J and Sunny, they're the 2 up to the job. Kenny. And Body there, the men within the site to try and keep this push at bay. 3 players from Mousesports circling up through mid. They find the first on the Apex and nothing in the way of a trade. And this is where the boost is so vulnerable from this push out from mid. Luckily enough, Shock steps up as he takes 3 massive frags, goes in for the 4th, and he's going to take it all. There's no stopping Shock's an electric play to get G2 onto that magic 18th round. Fantastic stuff from him. I'm so glad we get a replay of this. Oh.
No, we don't.
Spoke too soon, never mind.
I'm sure it will be worked on. We have to see that again. That was something quite spectacular, I have to say, from Shoxy. We haven't really seen that kind of magic from him in a little bit, but that was extra spicy. That was very good indeed. And Shoxy single-handedly destroys Mousesports there. Match point for them now. 1 round will do it. 1 for Mousesports means we do go into double overtime. Certainly still a possibility. Fast play from Chris J. He's towards middle. Guaranteed frag here, but looks things takes down Shox, who was the main antagonist against Mousesports in the previous round. It looks like double overtime. Certainly going to be happening here. 5 on 3, but they have thrown these rounds before. And we're going to a difficult situation towards that B-bomb site.
Oh, that opening shot miss from MBK. Doesn't miss it the second time around, but he's going to be getting a bit toasty. Does manage to save himself with the smoke. Kenny rains death down from the heavens. And Henry, we're back into a 3 on 3. Do you believe? MBK, he's going to fall. As Sunny picks that up. Body and Kenny, they're the 2 men left alive. They're going to be allowed to get the bomb into the site. Body and Kenny, we've seen them do some fantastic things for G2. Body spots the man on the AWP. That's going to be Oscar to go down. Now they've turned it into the 2 on 2. Timer working against them here, and Chris J taking the aggression through CT. He could catch Kenny off guard, but if Kenny pushes in, Sunny's going to be left in the 1v2. Doesn't matter because Chris J pounces. Sunny finishes off Body, and that will be it. Double overtime is guaranteed.
It's guaranteed, you're right. We go into double overtime. No one can run away with this game just yet. Here's the replay from Shoxy. This is what we wanted to see. Oh my God, it was just disgusting, was it not? Fantastic stuff there, but it's Mousesports with a similar performance as they manage to find the opening 2 frags towards middle. Chris J helps himself to Shoxy at the start. They go towards B, and MBK does deny them somewhat with a couple of kills there, staying alive for potentially longer than he should have done, but overall he does go down. Sunny finds him, and here it is, double overtime. And we'll go into this momentarily. Seems that they're just going to take this time to work out their strategies. Normally, the tactic book gets kind of ripped up. At this point, you've shown so much already, and you want to be kind of adapting what you've already shown to them. Maybe you've dropped the same smokes, go for fakes more often, and just try and have some mind games as you get into double overtime. It's a different game of CS already. Sunny on 37 kills. Looking very strong indeed. On the other side, though, MBK is catching him, 33. He is certainly lighting them up as we get into this double overtime. Just to be clear as well, everything's reset once again. It's 16k MR3, nothing changes here. And just to reiterate, new ruling in Pro League this season, number 6, is that if you win in overtime, you only get 2 points now for winning. And if you do lose in overtime, you get 1 point. So still something for both teams for getting into overtime.
Yeah, the new overtime ruling is actually very helpful as well, because as you said, it gets rid of all the complicated maths at the end of trying to work out who moves up, who moves down. And, well, let's see. As right now, Mousesports, they're over on this T side. Already they've lost Sticko. Try pushing up in towards A main, and Kenny will punish him for encroaching on his turf time and time again. The rest of the guys for Mouse over here at B going to start to push through. MBK with an AWP of his own. You said how good these AWPs are being for either side, and right now it's all coming up G2. It's Kenny and MBK, they're the catalysts in this round. They've opened things up massively. Rops Trying to watch the vent, but it's Shoxy coming on in from behind to try and mix things up. Gets caught out with an A in his hand as Robsy's just going to go back and forth between the two. Oscar chimes in with one more, but Kenny on the return. It's 2 AWPs up for G2 in this retake, which is less than ideal. Sunny's wrapped round behind, but MBK hears it. Finds the frag, and that is going to be G2 once again to have a very good start in this first half of the second overtime.
Both Orbs doing a very solid job there, I have to say. Mousesports get that bomb down, and Robs did everything he could, but Body gets that single kill, and Kenny and MBK lighting them up. MBK with his 34th kill, and it will be the first round going in favor of the G2 side. What an epic map this has turned out to be for them after getting completely ran over on Cobblestone. We didn't think Mousesports even had a chance to split the series, but now here they are in overtime. Just to note as well, Chris J currently, to be fair, I think he disconnected from the server. He's got only 10 deaths, and that's not going to be correct. So I'm just going to say, I was going to call him out for something, but I don't think that's right. But
yeah, don't savage him yet.
No, not at this point. But MBK pushes through the smoke. Oscar, who has been very good indeed with the AWP, takes him down. 5-on-4 in favour of Mousesports once again. So many back and forth trades in this game.
This time one isn't actually going to come out for G2. They don't find anything in the way of an equalizer. They're going to be boosting up Shox in mid. They hope that this could find it, but no, Sunny's there. And all you've done is feed that man to the wolves. Body tries to fall on back, but Sunny claims a second. Kenny, in the meantime, able to find one, but that will be it. Apex in B alone, walks into the firing squad. He'll hit the deck, and Kenny is the last man left here for G2. 1v4. No hope of getting back into this round with the AWP in the retake. We'll just look to try and save.
I think you might be right there. It's going to be Kenny S to save the AWP, and once again, it's going to be 1-1. Mousesports pull one back there, finding that opening frag. It was Oscar to find MBK, who pushed through the smoke at B storage. Then they try to counter boost in the CT side, and Sunny, ready and waiting, blows off the first head and the second as well. Good job there. 4 players surviving from Mousesports. Kenny S, doesn't really matter if he saves the AWP or not, but no point just dying for the sake of it. He'll be hiding towards the quad, trying to find some frags here. There's one, takes down Sunny, gives his position away, but it doesn't really matter. Like I said, it's like 16k overtime, so it's not a huge deal here. Round 1, 19-19, 1 round to go. Who will take the 2-1 lead here? 39 kills for Sunny. Here's the replay as well. Just ready and waiting for that exact play. How precise was this crosshair here? Let's have a look. Perfect. Couldn't be more spot on. Very fast reaction as well, I have to say. Round 3. Oscar back on the AWP. He's a single AWP setter this time. Shoxy goes down to 56 HP already.
Damage done early on as man advantage up for Mouse. Oscar's just going to go charging on in, completely bypasses Kenny, who's sat pretty. Waiting to hear these players rotating on in, and they're going to assume that this is clear now. They're still running by him. Kenny waiting in the back line, and this could actually pan out because we've still got one man in the form of Sticko let to join the squad. Spotted out, turns around. Kenny now pounces, finds the first. Sticko gets the trade, but then it's going to go back and forth, blow for blow, leaving it all on Sticko. 1v2, pop flashed, fully blind, can't see anything, trying to stay alive. Second one going to start to rain on in, finds the first frag. And Body up in the heavens, has to try and relegate this beast down to hell as he makes his way into the site. Pings out the defuse, takes the peak, shuts him down, and that is going to be G2 to get themselves a 20th round.
Great play by Body there in general. The fact he drops that incendiary, it just eradicates risk there. He knows that he has to push through that main entrance at that point. The smoke down as well. It seems to go for that full defuse. Body takes him down. 2-1 for G2. We'll swap things over once again. They have the lead. 1 round will secure at least triple overtime for G2. 2 will do it and find them the 2-0 here. And the points as well. I'll get ready for the second half. I'm sure it'll begin momentarily. Doesn't look like they're quite ready just yet. 2019 is the overall scoreline here. Looks like we might have a little bit of an issue because they've started running around. They haven't begun the half straight away. But Mousesports now trading once again. We're back into it. Here we go. The buy's coming through. Mousesports on the CT side. We haven't seen Oscar used the orb that much of the CD side. It's been Chris J who's primarily been wielding that weapon. Double orb setup this time, though. We'll see if that works out for them. Double orb setup on the T side as well. Body and Kenny S. So something they've got up their sleeve here. So it's the same play. So Body, he picks up. This is why the 16K is a little bit annoying in that respect. You can do kind of cheesy tactics like this. Body buys himself an orb and an 8K beneath him as well. So he holds a turret in T-spawn looking towards B storage, and then he's got an 8K beneath him. Like that for me, like that's the problem with 16K. The fact you can do stuff like this and this will be fine.
Yeah, I think 12.5K is the magic number, Henry. If you can crank out the math to that later, but
yeah,
I'm telling you. Here we go. This round, going to go blow for blow early on, and the man advantage negated out, but frag found first. But Shocksport, the trade did come in. Oscar, he's already been a bit of a menace on the AWP on this CT side. We haven't really seen him pick it up earlier on, and he's already throwing spanners in the works. Fire over on Forklift. There's going to be Sticko. Takes the peek out, but it's Oscar to keep raining in death. Make that 3. Somehow this man has done it. He's put the hurt on. As he turns up with the AWP, going to turn up the heat as well, throwing out that Molotov. And now, Body and MBK, the 2 players left for G2. Don't want to come walking out of the crosshair of this beast. Sticko finds MBK. Body is all that remains, and Oscar single-handedly makes this round his. It is going to be Mousesports on to their 20th. And Henry, we didn't see much of Oscar on the AWP. And now I'm questioning why we didn't see much of Oscar on the AWP.
Yeah, it's weird he didn't really pick it up on the CT side. The T side, he was electric with it, but he does perform here in double overtimes, the second half, and still going to be wielding 2 AWPs. Single one this time. No Body single AWP there either, so that was a bit of a weird one for me. I'm not a fan of that particular idea he's got, but still, round number 2 here, Kenny S looking for the first frag. Oscar, same story for him, watching that smoke like a hawk, see if he can get any information through it. Chris J, same idea as well. Got a bit of a gap to work with here, and Oscar somehow, how has he done that? He's got a tiny gap to work with as well. Look at the bottom. All right, that's quite clever. Must be by design, I would imagine. Takes on that first pick. That's towards Shoxy as well. They were trailing by 2 rounds, but looking very good to almost guarantee triple overtime here. If they get the 3-0, they win.
That is a tall order, though. They've already got the man advantage in this round. Zosko find it through that gap in the smoke, and since then, G2 have just grinded to a halt. The equalizer could be found here, though. Chris J on the AWP. Knows the Body's there. They have to be so careful. Then there's no way that Chris J does not win that. Man advantage extended, but Apex, luckily enough, going to go ahead and present us with some form of equalizer down in mid as he does drop Oscar from the equation. Has to be cautious, though. Sticko's rotated up to Truck. The rest of the gang, slowly but surely beginning their assault out through main, and Sticko locking it down. The smoke going to rain in to keep him at bay as he starts to rotate into the side, but he's going to fall to Apex on the peak. The trade comes through from Sunny. Man advantage still up here for Mouse, and Sunny within the site trying to buy time. As they run circles round him, peeking down from red, but Sunny, that's all he sees as he manages to get himself a second, trying to make it 3. Kenny will return, goes out for more, and Chris J is fast on the trigger. Mousesports, they're going to go up 21-20. And G2, they need one more round, Henry, to take us to a 3rd overtime and keep Chad and the gang happy.
That's true. Mousesports get 22. That's it. They've done it. It's looking for the 3-0 now. They've guaranteed triple overtime. Now it's down to G2 with no AWP as well. Doesn't look like they could afford it. They could have got a glass cannon, but maybe going for a set piece here with the 5 AKs. And Mousesports have looked fantastic here since this double AWP has come out, I have to say. And it won't be anything too aggressive. But okay, so Kenny does have the AWP. Must have an AK to work with as well, I believe. The final round. And we'll see who gets the opening pick here. Chris J has been very aggressive towards B. They're watching it at a very tight angle now. RG2. Time ticking away. Still with most of the utility. Need this round, G2. Mousesports with the lead for now after losing the first half. 2-1. They're up 2-0. Smoke towards connector. Trying to get that mid control. Nothing really there from the CTs. They have Sticko towards highway. He's falling back towards the A site. Rob touching the vent from Checkers. Sunny's getting aggressive here, trying to get that first pick. Gets it as well. Takes one down. This could be the beginning of the end. And a chance for Mousesports to split the series.
Yeah, they're so close right now. Chris J still holding this aggressive angle over at B. 2 players who could come walking out into it. Apex looks to try and test the waters. It's actually going to be Body to leap across, and he'll get legged as a result. The rest of the guys try and pull through. Robs now takes the peak, able to decimate the first, but Kenny on the trade. Just to take one more, continues his aggression. That's bomb dropped out in the open. Shox and Body, they're the two that are left. It's a 2v4. Shox tries to make it possible as he takes the first, but he's still got 3 more left to find. Bomb out in the open. Smokes down for CT. Gonna try and move in while that's up, but is he ready for the man up in heaven? It's gonna be Oscar. Doesn't connect the shot. He's allowed to cross into the site and go for the bomb plant. Finds the first. Turns it into the 1v2. Here's the man rotating round, and Shox, what are you doing? He's going to go ahead and take all 3. 1 versus 3. Shox makes it work, gets himself a 4K, and that is going to be, what, a triple overtime now, Henry?
Baited out. They could have just let him plant at that point, but they go in 1 by 1, trying to deny him. It's wonderful, amazing counter-strike from Shoxy there. He completely decimates him, no question there, but he did get given 1v1 situations time and time again. They could have let the bomb go down. That's fine. Don't have to win the round before the bomb is planted. And you can see this player here, Oscar, gives it up. Fake plant again. Runs in 1 by 1. They're not really together at that point. Shox, just amazing. No doubt about that, but certainly avoidable. And it will be triple overtime in a 3-on-1 situation. What amazing play. We'll do it all over again. This is going to be quite the long one, I believe. Double AWP once again, but Chris J and Oscar. Kenny S and Body with the same approach. It's exactly what we saw before. Body buys that AWP and an AK-47 as well. He watches towards the B storage for anyone going aggressive. If no one comes there, he'll pick up his AK and go join his teammates.
Sunny going to go ahead and go aggressive up through A main. MBK, as you would expect over in Squeaky. Molotov to try and force Kenny back. Will miss, actually. Kenny's allowed to keep the aggression up. Flash through, Kenny in the corner, and Sunny didn't get an angle on him just then. He's going to go ahead and nade him out, trying to find some damage, but the first man down is MPK. Finally gets dethroned down in Squeaky. Man advantage up for Mousesports. Apex boosted up in mid, G2 taking it slow, but it's aggression. The order of the day from Oscar and from Sunny as they both push up into A main. That's a terrifying duo to have to try and contend with. But Apex looks like you might want to try and step up to the mark there. Chris J. Oh, what have we just zoomed in on? Looking a little bit confused, I think. Not really sure what's going on over here, but the rest of the guys, they're just taking it slow. Up in the vents, Rops. He waits with bated breath. He can double peek out with the player in mid. That's going to be Sticko playing it from highway. Incredibly strong position. Sox is ready though, and there we go, beheads him. Into the 4-on-4 we go, and on the back of that, G2 look to try and execute out over here towards A. It's Sunny on the boost who could make all the difference. They're going to come walking on into his iron sights. Finds the first. Bomb dropped out in the open. Rotates already coming in. The shot missed from Kenny. Sunny going to try and capitalize. Rains death down from above, but Apex picks up 2. And now this round gets rolling. Very little time left. Kenny going to be able to get the bomb down just in the nick of time. And Chris J and Sticko, they're going to try and clutch this one out.
2-on-2 situation. Kenny S low HP as well, but the retake coming in fast. Can't hit the shot. That's Chris J dropping as well. Down to another 1v1 situation. Sticko with all the HP, but Kenny S, he's walking around great in these clutches. Close range AWP is his forte, but not this time. Sticko finds him, and it's going to be the first round of triple overtime going in favor of Mousesports there. Sticko holds his nerve and finds 3 kills in total. It was certainly back and forth there with Apex finding those 2 quick kills somehow from the squeaky door position, dropping down with Sunny, and Apex finds both their headshots. You think he's done enough there, but apparently not. Kenny S can't find the final shot, and it's Mousesports with an early lead here. As we go to another double AWP situation. So we have that same idea from Body with the extra AWP. Not for now, at least. Apex, he'll be setting something up here. Flashbang from middle, perhaps. A little pop flash as they go quickly out of mid. Sticko, though, he's loving this. The double spray down Harry. It's looking very good indeed. The bomb's dropped as well. The aggression coming in from Robs. Free kill for him. Takes out another. It's going to be a 4-on-2. Apex fighting back somewhat here. But CTs, they could fall back. They don't have the challenge here. This huge advantage. Don't give them targets to hit. Fall back to the crossfires, and still, they're challenging towards middle. They want to lose this round, it seems. Sunny, be careful. Allow them to have the bomb. That's fine. Don't need to go down 1v1 against the aim stars of G2 here.
Oscar's the man to apparently make that work. Unnecessary over in mid, and hopefully a bad habit they don't continue to pick on up. But Apex, Now in the 1v4, and this time Mousesports, they're sitting pretty. They're not over-facing. No one actually keeping an eye on the bomb. They have given that up over in mid. So Apex is just allowed to walk on in and grab it. Gonna get that for free. 1v4 here in the clutch. It's not looking likely. He has himself the okay, with a nice bit of utility up behind it, holding mid, spots the man. It is going to be Sunny, but then Oscar on his heels on the flank picks that one up. 23 to 21. The buy going to come on in, and a pause called in for G2, I think.
They go for the fast play towards middle, but it's Sticko ready and waiting for him. He's close range as well. The smokes, I assume that was thrown by the T-side as well, trying to give them a little entrance out there, some time to work out of the connector door. But it's now 2-0 once again for Mousesports, looking for that 3-0. Money's still fine, of course. This is 16K. It's triple overtime. It's the first game of the Pro League, Season 6 we've seen overtime, and we've been gifted it 3 times. Could it go any further? Time will tell. G2 desperately need this round, otherwise they're going to have to get 3-0 on their CT performance. Surely this is where Mousesports close things out. We'll find out, because everyone's hitting incredibly hard right now. We'll get into it. Round number 3. Double up setup for Mousesports once again. It's worked out very nicely for them. Kenny has a nice little bunny hop to get towards B Storage, trying to find the first kill here. Seems to know there's a player in towards Checkers, but Chris J, he's having none of it. Finds Apex there, and that was actually from the B storage area. So Apex must have crossed towards Checkers and got taken down.
Molotov going to start to burn out Robs. The smoke does extinguish it, but now they know that he's there, and it's just a matter of when does he cross. He's allowed to manage to sneak on through safely, as he tries to now hold from the box in at Checkers.
Oh, Chris, there was no need for that. Got the advantage. No flashbang used, but Kenny S holding the angle. Chris J looking for more information towards B storage, taken down. 4-4 now. We do have great highway control from Shoxy. Look at that play. Sunny seems to be aware this could be a possibility, but Oscar surely goes down here. AWP in hand, shows his barrel off, and Shoxy ready and waiting for the frag. A little bit frustrating. He's not been gifted the chance just yet. This will be the A split and a guaranteed frag here. Sunny, good night, my friend. You've been good so far, but you're done for at this point. Look at the trigger discipline. Shoxy's telling his teammates to wait. Got a kill here. There it goes. And double frag, maybe not quite, but Oscar does get one. MBK chimes back in though, and now it's a 3-on-2.
Robson Sticko in the retake of the A site. Man up in A main. That is going to be body. Sticko pushing in from the car. Rob's able to find the first. Kenny goes in and instantly returns that man advantage back in favour of G2. Rob's playing around on the ladder. Now going to head and take the peek on out. Spots Kenny, spots Body, but Body lands the shot, and that is going to be G2 to at least get 1 round in this first half of the 3rd overtime. Good trigger discipline here. It could have gone better for him. You know, the timing was a little bit off. If he'd actually pushed back out into middle, then we could have seen him take 2, as you said. But still, I mean, clearly works out for them. Allows G2 to get themselves that 1 round at least.
Quadruple overtime, you thinking?
I'm thinking. I can tell you, actually, I'm going to narrate what happened, right? The scoreline was 15-3 in favour of Mouse. Chad and everyone else went back down, you know, to the studio. And now it's gone to 3 overtimes. I think we're going to get to about 5, Henry.
I think you could be right here. That was looking promising for the Mousesports clean sweep, but G2 say no. Some sneaky antics there from Shoxy getting towards Highway, as you saw the trigger discipline coming as well. Sunny had no idea. It wasn't the cleanest of executions in the back of the head, but still he got it done. Found the second frag, and MBK finished the job. We'll go into the first round here of the second half of 3rd overtime. There's enough stats for you. Smoke's coming in towards A, but it's all a ruse. The bomb's towards B storage, trying to pull some rotations off here, and it's going to be Shox stacked up in towards the A side, but can't find the frag just yet. I think he takes an Oscar for sure here. There it is. Finds the frag, and now it's a 5-4.
Man advantage up for G2 as they look to try and bring us through to another overtime or win this out. They have to go flawless. And MBK, a man who is flawless, waits inside the B-bomb site. But Apex shuts down the boost. That's good night to that. The bomb does not get to escape that easily. Thrown up into the vents in a last-ditch attempt from Mousesports to try and pick it up. Shoxy doing damage as Sunny and Rob somehow pull this one back. 2-2-on-3. Sunny spots the man in the site. Nearly gets killed on the rotation out from Checkers, but manages to stay alive that much longer. In the meantime, Robs, he snuck all the way down through CT. Bombs up in vents, though. They have to bear that in mind. It's only 45 seconds left. Even if Robs goes huge here, they have to go back for the bomb, and that would involve walking into the waiting arms of Body. Robs, this play could be massive. They know there's one within the site. He's going to be rubbing back with the man in heaven, but Robs, he does it. And now Body, 1v2. If he finds one of these, this round is over. He turns it into a one-on-one, but Robs lands the shot. He somehow does it, and that was insane.
That's so sick from Robs. He's like 17 years old, right? And that's like a godlike play. That kind of understanding of the game and what you have to do to win rounds as well, there's not many players in the world that can do that. And the fact in low HP as well, he gets that third frag. When his teammate goes down as well, he has the audacity, the bravery to phase him towards B's storage. He's not phased by anything. Blows up his head and finds match point once again for Mousesports here. In a situation when they seem they're absolutely done for. One more round will do it here. Kenny has good position though, takes down Chris J. Another fast approach towards middle. Another 5-on-4 in favor of the French side. But these have fallen apart once before, and it might happen again. Oscar takes down Kenny. And it's a 4-on-4 once more. Rob's down to 21 HP as well. They have got mid-control, the T side, and MBK have some struggles here. Smoke dissipates, and he's got a chance to fall back slightly. For now, G2 do need both of these rounds now. One more will do it for the international side of Mousesports.
They are so incredibly close. Sharks walks up through the smoke, gives that frag to Sunny on a silver platter. He's going to take damage from it, but that will be it. Body waits over an MBK, and this is where he can do so much damage. They have to check this. They have to deal with the man. And as he takes the peek on out, it's all eyes on him. Peeking on into his Moors. It's going to be Rops as he gets the trade. MBK 1v3. He has himself the orb. He's got one flash and the kit as well, but that will be it. Sunny and Robs are both tagged within inches of death. It's Oscar, who resides over in Maine, that is going to be locking this down. MBK has to have the performance of a lifetime here. Going to start to make his way in. Oscar misses the peak timing out from Maine, so now that actually leaves the man over on quad to try and take the duel. Down from Car is going to be Sunny rotating in, but Oscar lands the shot. And that will be Mouse to win this map out. They split the series, Henry. It took us 3 overtimes to get here, but they did it.
Mousesports, credit where credit is due. I didn't believe they had a chance there after what I saw on Cobblestone, but very good on Cash. It took 3 overtimes short in a game they probably should have won. I feel like the right team wins there. Some heroics from Shoxy to deny them, but overall, very good job. Throw it over to the boys at the desk.
Triple bloody overtime there. What can you say about that one? Sunny, 30 frags in regulation, not enough. He was playing with Penta in the Mountain Dew League. And if you want to know more about Mountain Dew League, head over to esea.net/MTL. But before we get stuck into too much of that conversation, let's talk about this game. I only want to hear 2 points from you boys because it was a long one. I just need the 2 most concise.
I thought we went down to point what?
No,
0.5
2 points. Concise, very astute if possible. We'll go point number 1, Natu, point number 2, Yanko, point number 3, Natu, and point number 4, Yanko. In that order, let's go.
What a messy game of Counter-Strike, wasn't it? If anything, if we want to point something out, I thought, G2 at least did a solid job of acknowledging the fact that Mousesports started to take those initiatives that we talked about pre-game. MPK, for example, just doing a solid job, finding really good spots, holding door, making sure that the aggression was never going to surprise them, and they had a lot of situations where they had a man advantage before they were even near a bomb site.
Point 2.
Mousesports should have closed it out earlier.
Point 3.
Sonny had one heck of a game.
And point 4.
Shox is a god.
Okay, well, I'll take some points then, because you're meant to give me a little bit more than 3 words each.
I thought we were short on time, Chad.
We are, but we had like 3 minutes.
I think it's just very interesting, like when it comes to overtime, you see the change of dynamics, because you tried so much in regulation. You played the full match already, and then even after the first overtime, it looked like teams were just, especially G2, was just pugging to an extent, right? Trying to take initiative wherever it was possible, being aggressive all over the map on the T side, and reacting to what's happening. It's very difficult to find new things that you can go for because you've tried so much. We saw Mousesports go back to that fast B execute pretty much, and then they wanted to boost up in vans, but Apex could just see it from side, so he killed them. And then Rob steps up and gets a 4K, and they still win that round, which they never should have, most likely. So, yeah, things get pretty weird in overtime.
It was exciting, and Mousesports were able to bounce back there and take the series 1-1. We do have Na'Vi versus NIP coming back after the break, so hang around. It shouldn't be too far away. We'll see you guys then.